Mr. Sergio Skariolo, head coach of Segafredo Virtus, is with us. Coach, how did you see tonight's game?
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate Partizan for the win and their 16,000 fans, which had a huge importance into this game, pushing their players to play their best. For sure, they play harder than us. There's no question from the very beginning. The first quarter was decisive, what was basically making a difference, especially Nannali and Mother were almost unstoppable for our defense. That probably put us in a not really mentally steady mindset. We rush shot, we miss screens. We didn't finish with the right decisiveness, and that gap, which was built in the first quarter, basically determined the outcome of the game. In the two central quarters, we competed. We were there. We caused some mistakes, and then in the fourth quarter, I of course thought that there was no time to have our veteran players on the floor and just accept that Partizan was the better team tonight, and accept it. Go back to work tomorrow, learn, watch film, improve, learn by mistake, see what we did well every now and then, and try to be better in the next game.
Thank you, Mr. Skariolo. If you have questions, please introduce yourself, take the microphone because of the broadcast, and tell us from which media outlet you're coming from. Rajko, you can ask in Serbian, I will translate the question. Just please take the microphone.
Za gospodina Kariola, prvo moram bi da mu čestitam na onome što je postigao sa reprezentacijom, kada je sa drugom ekipom Španije osvojio prvenstvo Europe, a pitao bih ga samo da li je ovo jedan izuzetno loš dan njegove ekipe, ili je kontraritam, ili se radi o tome da je ekipa Partizana danas bila potpuno dominantna i da prašno nisu imali šanse tokom cijele utakmice.
Was this the counter rhythm of your team, though you were just not your day, or Partizan was dominant from the very beginning and that was the reason why you didn't have a chance tonight?
Well, there is always kind of a mix of reasons, right? I would first of all give credit to Partizan because they played really well. They were extremely assertive and decisive in doing their stuff and taking their shots, in playing a good physical defense. So we got to give credit to them. At the same time, I think that even if we are still very late in our team building with several new players, with players quite out of shape and an important player like Schengeli out, I think we could have done better. And I think we could have, I would say, for example, fight better on rebounds under the boards, selected some of our shots better, avoided most of the turnovers in the first half. So there are things which objectively, letting alone Partizan, let's say, effort and good basketball to put us in trouble. But I think we also unforcedly we did some mistake which we cannot repeat.
Okay, thank you. I'll translate briefly. U principu na prvom mjestu bi, naravno, iako je u pitanju miks razloga, na prvom mjestu želio bi da oda priznanje Partizanu na dobroj igri, na tome šta su pružili, a sa druge strane, iako je Virtus ekipa koja se, da kažemo, kasno skupila sa nekoliko novih igrača, iako su bili bez važnog igrača kao što je Tokio Schengelija, imali su neke neiznuđene greške, sigurno su mogli da se bore bolje, posebno u skoku, da ne ostavljaju Partizanu priliku da razvije svoju igru i da jednostavno, da kažem, da su mogli svakako bolje, da su definitivno i oni mogli da odigraju bolje. Pavle?
Hello, Pavle Knežić, 24/7 coach. First of all, I also congratulate you for winning Eurobasket. Again, magnificent success. About Teodosic, how close he is to full fitness, and when do you expect him to be at his best to help the team? And do you have any plan or goals in EuroLeague this season? What is the sporting goal?
Well, about Milos, as you know, he missed the whole preseason and the whole summer because he didn't finish his participation with the national team. So basically, before playing his first game last week, the previous game was in June. And especially for a veteran player, is a lot of time without being active, without being engaged in the, I would say, game rhythm, right? So I cannot say when he will be back at his best shape. I think he can give us good minutes already, and I think overall, this is not the case that we are not planning to play him 30 minutes per game. This is not his role. This is not his position. We have to use his extremely high basketball IQ in the right way. This is a long season with many games. We can't overload him. We can't take risk of injuries. So, I mean, I cannot make a prediction. But we will take our time. I mean, we are not in a rush about that. And about goals, we are first year EuroLeague back since many years out. Everybody must adjust. Everybody from myself to the team to the club to the fan. Everybody must understand that the EuroLeague we left behind 15 years ago is not this nowadays EuroLeague. That the level of the physicality, how demanding it is extremely high. Our goal is to be in the group of the teams who are not living, let's say, the race to make the playoffs early. We want to be in that group of teams who keep fighting and having a chance to fight for a playoff seat until the end. Then we know that it's almost impossible. It is impossible to pick up 10 teams who can, I would say even 2 teams who will be out of the race. Imagine 10 out of 18. You can also do well, and many teams will do well and will not make the playoffs, but at least you got to compete. You got to show that you belong. Something we didn't really do tonight, and do it until the very end, and we'll see where the standings will set us.
One more, since you mentioned your long absence, how is that in Bologna? We see Partizan was also long absent from EuroLeague, and we see its success. What is your feeling in Bologna after return to the EuroLeague? Does it have that same celebratory feeling? Of big club returning to top competition?
Well, we played just one game at home, the first game, and the atmosphere was good. Then we played a really top level team like Monaco. Well, the outcome was not too good for us. There was a great expectation. Actually, last season was a whole season in the wait for this Euro Cup. And finally we end up winning, and we were so happy to participate. But as I said from minute one, winning Euro Cup and getting the ticket to play in EuroLeague, it's a medal with 2 faces. One is, of course, great. The second one is extremely demanding. So we have to be prepared to fight, to struggle, to suffer, and to keep being together, cohesive, and fight for what we can accomplish. We are still very early in the competition to envision what's going to happen in 2-3 months. So let's take game by game and see where we will be in a few weeks.
Thank you. more questions for Mr. Skariolo? If not, Coach, thank you very much. We wish you
Thank
best
you.
of luck. We'll continue soon with Coach Obradović.
Have a good night.